to stream. Hello, happy Friday, everyone. It's been quite a week, if I do say so myself. It has been quite a week, and hi, Tony. And here we are. We are here. It is Friday. It is the, what do we say? It's the second last slow read. So I'm pretty excited. We are going to have a guest who I asked to join me this evening. So when they arrive, they were very kind to say yes at last minute, because I was like, I don't want to do this by myself. I want to do this with other people today. So when they join, they will join. But let's just see who's here. So who's here? How are you doing? Where are you in the book? How are you doing, and where are you in the book right now? Just put it in the chat. Hello, Monique. And hello, Christina. And hello, Catherine. And hello, Sarah. So as more folks come in, where are you in the book? And how are you doing today? We'll probably start at 1:15. Hello, Regina Renee, and you are finished. So what are you reading tonight, Regina Renee? Hello, Geraldine. Hello, HP PS4 Pro. You're on 176. Okay. Feeling good. Whew, just finished the book and we'll reread some tonight. Okay. Hi, everyone, says Introverted Black Girl. Just finished part 2. Okay, so we're at the same spot, Christina. So I have finished part 2 as well. So what I do at the beginning of a reread is I look at each chapter, and I have a little sticky here where I write down each part, and I write down how many chapters are in each part, and then I try to divide up based on the pages and the amount of sessions that we have. So this is where I ended up after the last one. So that's part 2, and I'm about to start part 3. Part 3 has 4 chapters and then the epilogue. So I am only going to read 2 chapters tonight, and then I'm going to pivot to something else. So that is what is going to happen. So who else is here? Hello, Jenny, just into part 3. Hello, Jersey Femme. Ready to... Okay, a lot of us are at the same place. Hello, Audrey. Happy Friday. On page 110. Awesome. Hello, Dr. Van Putten. And just starting chapter 11. How am I? I am well. It's nice to see you. Okay, chapter 11. Okay. I'm starting chapter 9. Ooh, okay. With the Octavia E. Butler theme. Cool. That's awesome. Only up to, no only is necessary. That's just where you're at. That's perfect. Couldn't slow down. It's slow reading is a choice, and it's not easy. It's not easy when you're reading a book that is so inspiring and interesting and suspenseful. It was hard for me to not progress to part 3. I'm not going to lie. Also, falling in love with hominids is amazing. And what story are you on, Sarah? Because where I'm just wanting, I don't want to move, but hold on. Okay. So there is a story in here that I just need you to tell me about. Like, I just want to know if you like it. What was it called? It is called, oh, what's it called? Is it called? Oh, it's called Ours is the Prettiest. So I really want to know what you think of that. Actually, it's not that one. Sorry, I'll have to find it. But is it, it's not. Which one is it? I'll have to find the one that I have. There's one, I'll find it. Anyway. Carol, past 5. I don't know what that means. Past chapter 5? Is that what that means? And 133. Okay. All right. So I said we would start at 7:15, but I think I just want to start now. I really want to get into it. I'm really excited. So we will start with a nice slow pace. We'll start with a 15-minute sprint. And then we will move forward. So I'm going to find a 15-minute sprint. And I promised, who was it I promised last time? Was it you, Audrey? I don't know. But I promised that we would use a snow themed timer. Okay, so I'll share the screen. And we will get started with our first sprint, 15 minutes. Happy reading. See you in 15 minutes.
Discover dry skin relief for less rough, less itchy, less flaky,
dry
and more
skin
of life's
relief. Hello, everyone. Okay, so who else is here? Hi, Tatiana. And you are a troll, I think. Let's just see if we get random comments from you. There's like there are these weird automated bookish trolls that like come into the chat and they'll just put like book titles and names, and they always have, I think Leo Bacarisas might be one of them, but I could be wrong. So if you're a real person, let us know. All right, so my question for this first break is, what feels, if you, wherever you are in the book, if you're still reading part 3, what, looking ahead, what do you need resolved in order to feel like Mind of My Mind is complete? You know, like what do you need resolved? So I'm curious about that. I'm just a few pages into chapter 9, and it's kind of wild because Butler starts each part years in the future. So at this point, we've like gone about 3 or 4 years into the future, I think. And Mary has grown, and it's interesting to see. I would have liked to see more of Mary's evolution. So I'm kind of sad that we moved so far into the future, but what needs to be resolved for me is this, you know, that's the question. Thank you, Tati. What needs to be resolved for me is like how Mary reckons with herself, you know, how she sees herself as creating this pattern or moving into this pattern. That's what I want to understand. That's what I want to know. Doro and Mary. Yes, Christina, you have been very consistent through this entire slow read. You, during Wild Seed, you wanted Doro dead. You still want Doro dead. Then you wanted him stabbed, and now, now you want to see him and Mary go down. I want to see that as well. It's interesting to get more insights about how Doro is, you know, how Doro is perceiving everything around him and his sort of master plan. We're not getting a lot of Emma Anyanu in this one, so I'm a bit saddened by that. But it you know, it's hopefully she'll show up. Emma will show up in future stories. You feel sad about the time jump. Yeah, I feel like I definitely missed something important, and I hope that in future reads we'll be able to, you know, get there and learn more about what happened in the meantime. Anyway, we have a special guest who is here, and you're all going to be very excited to see who's joining today. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Caleb. Happy Friday.
It is Friday.
Caleb, who everybody knows because you've joined the slow reads before. So like, hello. How's your week been? How are you?
I'm well. It's fine. This week I've been doing like professional development at work, reading a lot. So I'm just glad it's Friday. So that's good. Right? Yeah. How are you? How are y'all doing?
I feel like it's celebration time. I'm good. Tommy and I are good. Tommy's being lovely and picking up a package that arrived for me, even though she's tired because she's lovely. So that's happening. Yeah, good. I'm happy to be at the end of Mind of My Mind, but I'm also starting to feel a little like, is everything that I need to be wrapped up, is it going to be wrapped up? And also the live show is on Sunday, so there's a lot to organize for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so go
ahead.
Go ahead.
Or no, I want to know more about how Mary is dealing with all the power that she has, and like whether she is becoming more and more Doro, or whether she is like, I don't know. I'm just interested to be in her mind more, and not in Doro's mind, because I have hope that she will be better than Doro. But then, anytime I have hope, it always.
Yeah, I feel similarly, because at the beginning, when I started to think about all the biblical stories in the Patternist series, I started to think about Mary and why Mary would be named Mary in light of all the biblical references.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, she's just like, there's something that feels very Carrie about her. Did you ever see the movie Carrie, Stephen King? Oh my God, Tati, help me out. Born in a Decade. Okay, so basically, Carrie is it's a Stephen King novel. It was a movie from a decade, and there is a girl who grew up in a big old creepy house with her religious fanatic mom, and this girl goes through puberty, and her mom was like super, like, she would call breasts dirty pillows. Like she thought that she learned from her mother that cis girls didn't only got periods if they were evil. So yes, when she started to menstruate, it was like very difficult for her, and she couldn't rely on her mom to tell her what was going on, and so she got bullied at school because she was really awkward and whatever. Anyway, point is, things get real. Carrie gets very angry, and Carrie also has like supernatural powers. And it was just so there's a prom, there's blood, it's just epic, right? Yeah. And so in a way, as I think about like Mary like expanding right into this like very, very powerful thing, I'm like, please don't have a Carrie moment. Just find a way to regulate and to make this better. Yeah. So I get a kick out of Doro being worried. Whenever Doro is like worried, I feel happy though.
I need to grab my book, but that's like either Doro being worried or Doro, like anytime he's feeling unpleasant feelings, I write like, this is my favorite moment. Like, yeah, because I'm just so pleased when he's not okay. Like it's just it's good for my soul.
But go get your book. Yeah. I will run through some comments, see what people are saying while you get your book. Okay. So he lives here. Okay. His conversation. Sorry?
It was just right there. So
okay, that's cool. Yeah, I did like the I'm still in the conversation, so I don't know if I like it yet. I like part of the conversation. Where are you right now in the book?
I think I'm in that conversation because I'm doing the hybrid read. So I am on chapter, what is this, 9? But I'm 2 pages in.
So are you reading this version? Or,
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I think I'm on page 176. So we're in the conversation. And I just left the conversation, but the conversation was important. Mm-hmm. Jersey fam, I agree with Christina, but I want to know what Emma's role will play in case Mary is able to overcome and overpower Doro.
Yes.
Same. Because Mary's very, very powerful. If she overcomes Doro, that means she's the most powerful immortal. Because Anyanwu is not as powerful as Doro. Even though I don't exactly believe that. Like, I don't know why she doesn't just turn into a viper and sting him. But anyway, she's not as powerful. She's not as powerful as Doro. If Mary's more powerful than Doro, then Mary's the most powerful thing. And what does it mean for her and Anyanwu? I don't know. Hi, Caleb. I feel like Emma was just a small character, and Octavia liked her so much she had to give her a whole book with wild seed. Well, you know what? That makes sense. I mean, given the order in which the books were written. So maybe she was like, "Ooh, I just found this new character. I should give her a backstory. Here, have a novel."
This is fun.
Yeah, yeah, maybe. Because yeah, starting Wild Seed first, it makes it seem like it's Anyanwu's story. Well, it's Doro and Anyanwu's story. But I love the tendrils, of the series.
Mm-hmm. I think Tati said this before, but it does feel more like Doro's story now. But I still am not rooting for Doro at all. So it's just like, it's Doro's story, sure, but like I want Doro to lose. So
yeah. Also true things. Did she was Wild Seed Anyanwu's book, or was it Dora's book on Anyanwu? Yep. Tati's laughing. It's a common experience. I totally get that reference. Thank you. I totally get that reference. Love Carrie. See, I'm not alone. Carrie was released in the 2010s, so it's relevant.
Okay.
They're all gonna laugh at you. Also true. Haha, I like to think it was Anyanwu's tone. Okay, there's now a thing going on. There's laughter. It's good. My bad, Christina. No book for Doro. He's a parasite. Oh, I love it. I also feel happy with Doro worried. Yes. Love Doro worried. Okay, there's a lot of people who get a lot of joy out of Doro's pain. Doro could feel his power slipping away slowly, which is great. Oh, the Viper plan might work. How could he rob her body in animal form? Yes. Okay, last comment. What I don't get was why they don't just use a tranquilizer to incapacitate him. Do you think that would work? Maybe have another body near him that's also tranquilized.
You just
Why are we making plans? Why are we making plans? Okay, these are all very good questions. How do we deal with Doro? Dealing with Doro. Sounds like a good series. Okay, so what do you think? 25 minutes for our next sprint? Does that sound good?
I don't know how long y'all want this time, but that sounds great.
The first one.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So we'll do 25 minutes and get a nice snowy theme. And share the screen and Chrome tab. And okay. All right, everyone. 25 minutes of reading. Enjoy it. See you soon. Okay, that was 25 minutes. This book is rough. So what are your thoughts after what you just read?
Well, the baby scene was very graphic, and I wasn't prepared for that. I mean, there's been like lots of graphic scenes, but like that one was just like, okay, wait, what? Like it was a lot. Yeah.
There's a lot of chaos.
Too.
Sorry?
Oh, I was reading the comments too.
Yeah, there's a lot of chaos in this. So I'm like, it's a lot for me to read too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who's here. Yeah, when he's threatened, he jumps bodies. Josh.
I did have a question. Group. I know it's not as great as your questions, but
your questions are great. Stop. Everybody has great questions. Go ahead.
As far as like we were talking about what people imagine like the pattern to be, I also wonder, what do people imagine like shielding versus unshielding to look like?
That's a great question.
Yeah, right. Because like I feel like depending on who's shielding and unshielding themselves, I think of it differently. So
how do you think of it?
So for Mary, I feel like it's like a superhero like huge thing. Whereas like I think one of the healers like unshielded to prove that he knew how to like heal. And I just thought of it as like a like opening my mind to let you know that like I have experience in healing, sort of like smaller thing. So
yeah. It seems like the shield can be used offensively and defensively as well. I imagine the shield to be like let's say you were surrounded by like an egg, like everybody's walking around inside of an egg shell that was like opaque. Shielding or like unshielding would be deliberately making it more translucent, potentially transparent, so that you can be seen through it, but it's static. That's one way that I see it. And then the other way, it just feels like an extension of letting somebody in. Like it's just a magical, supernatural way to describe trust. And if it's like trust in that moment.
Yeah, it also feels really like instant to me. Like immediately when you like unshield, like all the thoughts that you have about whatever thing you're unshielding to them, just like immediately goes to them, if that makes sense.
Do you think that when a person unshields, they're pushing their thoughts to the other person, or do you see it more as a passive thing, like they're allowing another telepath to explore them?
I see it as more of a passive thing, but it's also, I think it's overwhelming to like, because I think I sort of put myself in the experience because like my thoughts are always racing. So I could only imagine if like someone unshielded their thoughts to me, it would be like, okay, like a whole new, yeah.
Yeah. That's a great question. Dora's a parasite, blah, blah, blah. Kill Doro. We hate Doro. Okay. That's not really what everything says. Okay, oh, hey, Cecilia. Nice to see you. You were going to waste time watching. It is never wasting time watching. Well,
we're glad you're reading with us.
yeah, exactly. Let me just step back. Oh, that's okay. Good weekend. Nice to see you, Amber. Hi, bye. Yeah, Rachel's point of view was pretty hard. Agreed. That scene with the baby, yeah, I had to stop. Yeah, that was a lot. You're welcome. Yes, it was you, Audrey. Okay, cool. I feel like something is off with me that the baby scene didn't bother me that much or bother me much. I don't remember it being that bad for me the first time I read it either. I'll just leave you to reflect.
Okay, yeah. That might be a journaling topic for later tonight.
So this is Kayla's question. What do you imagine shielding and unshielding to be? Okay. It was the maggots for me. Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Protecting my peace. Shielding equals protecting my peace. Cool. It just makes me so sad the amount of suffering the latents go through. I know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. I imagine it being like that crappy looking shield from the Dune movie, but not as crudely visible. Yeah, I can see that. Yes, it was Caleb's amazing question. Okay, there's lots of laughter and your face. Okay, what's your next brilliant question?
That was it for me.
That's it. You're done. Okay.
That was one question I was thinking about that. I was like, yes, this would be a good one for the live.
Cool. All right. So I am curious. How are people feeling about being so close to the end of the book? Like, are you looking forward to it being done and moving on? Are you feeling like, oh my gosh, I only have X number of pages left and there's so much that's unresolved? Are you anxious? Are you worried about like where the next book is going to start, given that they don't start immediately after? I mean, the next one's Clay's arc, so obviously Clay's going to be involved in some way.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I really had high hopes for the first book ending in a way that was better, and it didn't. So I want to like brace myself for this one not to end in the way that I want it to, but I still have hope. I'm gonna be hopeful that it'll end with goodness and power and victory.
Like Mary being good?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Mary.
still hope that Mary will be fine. I know it's like the book is trying to make us believe that Mary is like becoming bad and like Doro, but I don't think Mary's gonna be bad. Don't quote me on this.
I mean, like I also want Mary to be good, but I also know how many pages I have left and the trajectory that I've been presented with. Like, yeah. So, folks, what are you thinking? So, Michelle, you're excited and nervous. Got that. Yes, Tati, you're excited. You really enjoy reading about the new powers, and I'm sad for it to end. It feels like the book should be longer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, these books are, that's one thing I like about Octavia Butler's book. They're not too long, you know? They pack a punch, but not too long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. You read the epilogue. Okay. It's okay. So sad to be nearing the end. Apprehensive. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Sunday's going to be fun. I wonder if her books are meant to feel kind of rushed or if they're just so good. She was so good at building suspense.
Do you think it feels rushed though? Because like the first part of the book, I was like, okay, all right, we get it. Everybody is being pulled by the pattern. When are we going to get to the juice? And then leading up to the third part, I was like feeling like, oh, okay, what's about to happen? And now I'm just like, wait, there's not enough book left for you to wrap up the things I want.
Yeah. Like Emma's not going to have like a big scene, a big, singing number where like the perspective is hers and we see Mary through her eyes. Like,
yeah,
that's the thing I want, but it's not happening. You read the epilogue before you finished. I like complex Mary. I don't want her to be good, but I definitely don't want her to be Doro.
Yeah, I really do.
There's some room between good and Doro, I suppose. You read the epilogue before you read the story. I mean, help me understand that choice. Like, why did you do that? HP PS4 Pro. I'm very curious. I have hope for Mary. Hopefully she can come through in the clutch and not be another Doro.
Exactly. We're on the same wavelength. Yes.
I was on the same wavelength as you a couple of sessions ago. Now I'm just kind of, I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm in the ocean and the waves are when I think that I can like stand up, sometimes I just have to accept that in any battle between me and the ocean's going to win. And I feel like that's how I am with Mary and this thing. Like I don't think I'm going to win this thing. Like I want Mary to be different and I want her to be good and who knows? Maybe she'll have some epic battle with Doro and then they'll both be changed.
Mm, mm.
That would be cool.
I don't think Doro can change. I I don't have that hope anymore. The
Okay.
book almost had a little gotcha early on in the book where I was like, oh man, I feel bad for Doro, but then I was like, wait, no.
Yeah, I remember you. I remember like observing that in real time. It was you were having difficulty with that.
Yeah, because the book makes you want to, or at least it makes me want to care for Doro and be like, wow, it would suck to live this long and have to like deal with all these things, but he still also sucks. So, yeah.
So, people, just a questions, and I'm curious about how you're doing it too, Caleb. So, what I want to do is leave 2 chapters for tomorrow because I want to sort of pace. So I'm just going to read 9 and 10 today, and then tomorrow 11 and 12. So I'm like, that's not a lot of pages. I have another book that I can start reading too. So in terms of time, what are you thinking for the next and last sprint? How much time do you think would work?
I still have a good chunk left of 9.
Yeah. Does 35 minutes sound good?
Yeah. What are
30.
other people thinking? Is 35 good?
To wait for the things to come through. Okay, so while y'all are saying how much time you want to spend in our next sprint, Tati misses the ocean. You kind of want Dora and Mary to destroy each other, and then maybe Anyanu can bloom into the caring leader of hope she become. That's epic. Maria, those are big dreams. I might even be there with you. I like that, Maria, but I know that's not going to happen since there are 4 books left. Okay, 35. You're finishing tonight. Okay. 35. That's 35. Okay.
Got you.
It's a unanimous. Okay. So let's find 35 minutes here on the YouTube. Minute timer. Ooh, I like this timer. It's very colorful. 1 second. Oops. StreamYard. Share screen. Chrome tab. YouTube. Share. And okay, happy reading, everyone. See you in 35 minutes. Bye, Christina. Bye, Josh. Okay. Oh. So that was the last sprint.
I'm in the middle of a conversation between Doro and Mary, so I'm just like, wait, what's happening? So,
What page are you on?
206.
So am I.
Oh, nice. The alignment. I love it.
Tandem read. Yeah. And do you like the narrate? Are you listening to it on Audible?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Do you like the narrate?
They're okay. I mean, I don't have like strong opinions against or for. So,
Wow.
what are your thoughts?
I sorry?
You don't?
No, I guess I think that this narrator is an odd choice because the voice is much softer than I would have expected. So yeah, that was so it's weird. And when I hear Doro voiced through the narrator, I'm just like, there's like a warmth to the voice that is distracting because it's just weird. Yeah. So we're definitely getting to the end, and I'm starting to get a sense of the rhythm of the end of this book. Yeah, I don't know who the narrator is. Let me check. So do you have another brilliant question for our brief chat before we end?
Not a question, but a comment. Mary and Carl's love is weird.
Love.
Whatever their relationship, whatever is going on, it's weird. Like I just kept writing, what is going on? Ew, weird. Ew, wait, what? And they had a baby? What? Or I don't know if I can. Did I spoil it?
It's done. It's out there.
But yeah, I kept writing, this is weird, or
it is. It's really
we got a sex scene. Like, yeah.
There's so much dysfunction in so many dysfunctional relationships and messed up power dynamics in this whole pattern series. So yeah, it's really weird. Let me see, Tati, who is narrating this. I don't think it's Robin. I want to say it's not. It's the same. It might be. It's the same who did Parable of the Sower.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same person who did Wild Seed before.
Oh, you don't? No?
Hold on.
So, book details. Christy Clark. That's who it is. Yeah.
It's Robin Miles for Wild Seed. So.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So that's who it was. All right. Well, we have 6 more minutes. Is there anything else, like second last session? Anything else before?
I wrote down I really want to go to, I don't know if Jan hosts art classes, but I really want to go to an art class hosted by Jan.
That would be super cool.
Yeah. I don't even know what kind of art we're doing. We could be doing like graphic design and I'd be like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah. I liked the interaction between Ada, like that scene with the kid. I like the scene with teenagers and kids sort of going through transition, like just to get things from their perspective. That I find that pretty cool. Sorry, you were saying you felt the same reading that part, and Octavia does that with relationships. None of her relationships have a love as we view love. It's a different kind of love, more than tolerance, because there's an emotional connection. Yeah, Robin Miles, A Parable of the Sower.
Well, when they talk about like touching each other's minds, it doesn't feel romantic. It feels invasive and like icky. I don't know.
They tolerate each other, and yeah, it's weird. It's like, you know, you're trapped on a desert island with this other person, and so you have to just use each other.
Yeah.
And that's about it. And that's the most you can expect. It's actually so strange when I'm trying to even think, have there been any healthy relationships in any of the books so far?
No.
That's a question for everyone else too. What's the healthiest relationship you've seen in the Pattern series so far? What's the healthiest? I'm thinking right now, is it Isaac? Isaac,
Yeah.
Isaac, and Isaac and Anyanwu is like up there.
That was kind of, yeah.
I think it evolved
Mm-hmm.
into something that was healthy-ish. OEB could help us expand our range of love and relationships.
It's definitely not traditional love. It's not queer love. No.
Yeah. Even the Carl and Mary scene, it is invasive. It's agreeing to be violated for the greater good of the relationship. That's
gross. I mean, for me, that's gross. But.
Same. Yeah. Isaac and Anyanwu was what I was going to say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, all I know is that we're going to have a lot to talk about on Sunday.
Yeah. I wanted to go back to what you had said about like hearing kids' perspectives. I really enjoyed I forget the kid's name. But I also like whenever like the kids are like, no, this is wrong, this is gross. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like what you're seeing is wrong. Like enslaving people. And I was just like, yeah, but then like it's weird how Octavia Butler like always convinces them to just like go in with like just conform to whatever it is. And I'm like, we lost everyone. Like, so I would hope to see that in the next book, like maybe that not happening, not the conformity.
Well, I think we need to figure out how can the pattern be fixed? Like, could the pattern, like, I wonder if people, like all of the other people reading this book who are coming on Sunday, I wonder how they feel about Mary. Like, I just, you know, what and can this be fixed? And our children, is it children, right? Is it about more and more generations of patternists, you know, being able to shift the pattern just by sheer numbers or whatnot? So yeah. Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, that's what the dots meant. I don't know what's happening with the dots. Okay. I love Paige. Yeah, maybe there'll be a bigger, who knows? Maybe Paige will be an offshoot story. It's weird. It's wrong, but do it.
Yeah. Like that's what they teach the kids. Like, yeah, it's weird. We know it's wrong, but this is what it is. And it's like, we can't think anywhere outside of this.
Yeah. So we shall see. All right. Any final thoughts before we sign off?
I'm feeling less hopeful for Mary because I'm noticing. So one of the things that I always mark is like whenever Doro responds to anyone, he's always just so nonchalant and just like over it. And Mary is also like, I'm noticing Octavia Butler like having Mary like mimic what Doro does, and I'm like, man. Like I don't want to believe that Mary is another Doro, but like Mary is behaving like another Doro, so we're gonna believe behaviors and not my hopes and desires. So
that's what you got. Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much for being in this like cozy reading space Friday night. Thank you for that. And thank you to everybody who joined. Tomorrow is going to be the last session of the Mind of My Mind slow read. So some of us will be finishing the book together in real time. I'm stopping right now. So I'm nervous, but I'm less nervous than I was.
Oh wait, we're on the same page. I forgot 206.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to read anymore because I wanted to save pages for tomorrow.
Mhm.
And I also wanted to finish reading the book with other people.
Yeah.
So we'll see if you can hold off. Maybe you won't. Who knows? So huge gratitude for you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, everyone. We're going to log off. Thanks, Caleb. Have a great night. Enjoy all the other things you're going to read because you're going to come back and read Mind of My Mind tomorrow. So have a good night, everyone. Happy Friday.
Bye.
Bye.